Mr. Otero, back with your middle school high five, strategy number 4, reciprocal teaching. Here we go. Mr. Otero here again with strategy number 4, reciprocal teaching. So reciprocal teaching refers to an instructional activity in which students become the teacher in small group reading sessions. So the teacher first models the strategy, and that helps students to learn how to guide themselves through group discussions using 4 strategies. So the 4 strategies are predicting, clarifying, questioning, and summarizing. So each strategy is related to a student job. So if the strategy is predicting, the student who is using that strategy becomes the predictor. If you are clarifying, the student who is an expert in that strategy becomes the clarifier. The same thing for questioning and summarizing. You can see that each job, so let's start with the predictor, each job has a certain set of tasks that they have to accomplish as they're reading. It'll be 5 to 6 tasks depending on which strategy or what job you have in the group. It's a little bit easier when you look at a poster or you look at a graphic like this. The predictor, so someone who is predicting what's going to happen. I've seen this before. I know what's going to happen. I can predict the future. Based on evidence in the novel or in the reading, is going to say particular things. They're going to sound like a predictor. So if you say something like, I wonder if this is going to happen, you start to sound like a predictor and you take on that job and that strategy. Same thing goes for clarifier. The clarifier's job is to clarify things or vocabulary specifically that they don't understand. Yeah, brother, I don't know what it means, bro Montana, bro Metheus, but my job's the clarifier. I'm going to get my reference material and I'm going to get it done. Kaizuga, a form of diatomaceous earth used in various manufacturing and laboratory processes, chiefly as a filter, filler, or insulator. Origins 19th century Germany. So if you start to say, well, this piece of vocabulary is pretty tricky because, or I didn't really understand this word, you start to sound like the clarifier you use the strategy. Same for the questioner. If you start asking questions like, really? 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 Like, who did this? What happened here? Why did this happen? You start sounding like the questioner, and the summarizer, whose job it is to take all of those things that you've learned through the reading and put it into kind of a concise, clear sentence or sentences. I'm going to summarize everything that you said with one clear, concise, epic sentence. It was real good. You could use these sentence starters. Well, first this happened, next this, then this, and finally this. So it kind of creates a path for you to sound like the person who kind of has that job, or you use the strategy based on what you say. The last graphic is something that you could fill out as a group. So there's a section for each job: predictor, clarifier, questioner, and summarizer. You can also use this independently and kind of rotate around, and each time you do a reading, you can change your job. So you go from the predictor to the clarifier, you go from the clarifier to the summarizer to the questioner, and then back around to the predictor. So it's really versatile. You can use it in many different ways in the classroom. So ask your teacher to do a reciprocal teaching activity, a reading, and start using this strategy in your classes. Have a good day, LJ. Clarify.